What's up, Facebook? I hope all is well. It is Coffee is for Closers Day. I'm just going to record the audio, so hang tight. Okay. Yes, it is. I know. I don't know. I think the goal is, how many cameras can we add? All right, we got our audio going. I've got the audio going on my end for this mic. So welcome to Coffee is for Closers. This is episode number 22. Is it 22 already? I think it is. So welcome. I hope everyone is having an amazing day. And, today is, we're talking about a new word. We're talking about a new word called guesting. Guesting. Have you guys heard of that word? It's a new term. And Amy came up with it last week, actually. And it's how can guesting help you and your clients? So that is our topic for today. Thank you so much for joining. It's awesome to be here. Some quick housekeeping stuff, okay? If you've got questions, please put them in the comments below. If you like everything here, please comment, like, share on all of your pages. I would be grateful, and so is everyone else. And I also love interaction. So if you guys love to give hearts and thumbs up and shares, that is ideal because I love interaction. It's way more fun. And so we're just going to get started. So whoever is watching, hello, happy Tuesday, and welcome to Coffee is for Closers. For those of you that might be new, let me just do a recap on what Coffee is for Closers is and what it is that I do. So I am Michelle, aka the Pitch Queen, and I'm here to, really remind you as to how do you really help your clients more so ultimately you can help them grow and then you grow your business in turn. And I specialize in helping people with high ticket sales. So if you're selling something between the price of about $3,000 to $30,000, I am your gal. I do that every single day, all the time. And most recently, I've been selling a lot of things between like $3,000 and $5,000 and then around anywhere from $30,000 to about $50,000 in value. And hi Bilal, I love what I do and I love that I'm able to help people do what they love to do at a deeper connection with their clients. Because when you have that deeper connection, then you're able to help make a bigger difference in their life. In addition to Coffee is for Closers, I also host a podcast called Success Unfiltered, which a new release is put out every single Wednesday. So if you guys are on Google Play, iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, any podcast audio platform, it's audio only, so you can listen to it on walks, at the gym, whatever makes your heart sing. I like to watch that kind of stuff on the treadmill, or listen, not watch. I get confused. We're watching here, we're listening there. Anyway, the podcast is awesome. I interviewed this really amazing guy today, David. He even has a podcast. It's all about being told no and getting rejected, and how do you overcome those to get to wherever your version of success is. Because when we are selling every day, I know that I get told no quite a bit. However, I don't let it affect me personally anymore. And so that's really what I share every single Wednesday through other people's stories, which leads me to today's topics. So on Success Unfiltered, not only do I share my personal experience and real life experiences for the last 20 years, but you get to hear other people. When I bring other people on my show, that means it's guesting. And that's what the definition of guesting is. So today we are going to get into the hot tips of whatever guesting is and what it means to you. We're going to go over the perks of bringing on guests as video testimonials. We're going to go over what you can give your guests. We're going to go on the perks of being a guest. And we're going to also end it with a cup of wisdom. So that is the game plan today. Feel free to share this with all of your friends, coworkers, or anyone that's an entrepreneur that's selling every single day, and sometimes you really just need a little pick-me-up and you want to be in a conversation about sales with other awesome people like us in the Pitch Queen Royal family. So I'm going to go over to my slides for those of you guys on Facebook. If you're on Instagram, hello, thank you for joining. And on LinkedIn, hello, thank you for joining. Again, please put in your questions in the comments below and I will get to them at the end. Also, really cool thing, in 2 weeks, I've been asked to work with people one-on-one, but I don't have a lot of time to do a lot of one-on-one. So once a month, I am going to be doing some live coaching right here after Coffee is for Closers. So if you're interested in doing some live coaching with me, and you're okay being live, then send an email to hello@thepitchqueen.com and I will email you back. So we have our first person coming on for some live coaching in 2 weeks. That's December 16th, 14 days from today. Whatever day that is, right? Wait, 19th, December 19th. So we're going to do it right after the show. I'm going to stop it and start a new one, a new live call, and it's going to be one-on-one coaching. So if you are interested in some one-on-one coaching and you're willing to be live with me for 30 minutes, then shoot me an email. All right, now we're going to get into what is guesting? What is guesting? Nope, that is not the screen you guys want to see. Okay, here we go. So this is Coffee is for Closers, guesting, how it can help them equals your clients and how it can help you. So we went over the signature recipe and we're going to go over a hot tip. And here's the hot tip. What we do is you ask your clients to be a guest to talk about where they are now because of your help. So this would be more of a guesting opportunity like a testimonial, right? So for example, I might bring on somebody who I've helped with some sales coaching that I've done for their high ticket offers, be it a tax plan or maybe like one of Dominique's clients or maybe one of the dietitians. So we'll see, but I'm going to work on that going forward. But again, ask one of your clients to come on and there's a lot of cool things you can do. You can do Zoom. That's like an online screen share. You can do Facebook Live. You can do, I think, Instagram Live. You can bring on a guest too. So there's lots of cool opportunities. And not only does this help you and your audience, which are all of you guys, you're my audience, but it actually helps the person that you bring on expose themselves to more people. And you always get to learn something new, which is really great too. And this continues to build good client rapport. So let me give you an example. Every single week, I do guesting on my podcast, Success Unfiltered. And that is an episode that goes live every single Wednesday. And all you have to do is go to my website and go to the podcast page and you'll see all the episodes. But if you look at it, I am highlighting that business or that entrepreneur or the comedian or I've had an actor. So whatever their entrepreneurial journey is, I am featuring them. And what's in it for them? They get exposed to my audience. They get a blog, they get images, they get an audio clip from me. They get a lot of things that they can use in their social media and marketing. What do I get from it? Well, I get really cool guests that I get to talk to and share their stories about overcoming their no's, overcoming their rejections to get to their version of success today. So that is the benefit to me, but ultimately for me, it benefits all of you, which is what my mission is how can I help more people not only learn from my personal stories, but learn from other people's stories. So I bring on a guest, like today I brought on David. He's awesome. You guys are going to love it. At the end of the show, I do a recap about what stuck out for me and how can it help you. And how did it relate to my personal experience? So there were two things that I took away from David's message today. I mean, I think the whole 30 minutes was really good. Like, it's one where you should really take notes. But what was really cool is I got to build more rapport with him. he was also willing to do a couple introductions for me for some other guests. That was really cool, right? He always says you need to make sure you ask for help. And God, what was the term he used? I can't remember it right now, but it was something about not paying dummy tax. And dummy tax means, how do you not make the mistakes that other people made? That's dummy tax. So if you can reduce the amount of dummy tax that you pay, then you're going to be ahead of everybody else. And I thought that was just so awesome because I have paid a lot in dummy tax. And the whole purpose of Success Unfiltered and my episodes of Coffee is for Closers is that you get to pay less in dummy tax by learning from other people's mistakes and stories to help you grow your business. So that was really cool. So that's an example of building really good client rapport. If you guys have comments, questions, type them in the comments below. Also, today I am going to be giving you guys a guide on the 3 steps to starting your coaching business off right. So if you are doing some sort of consulting or coaching business, this is for you. So if you type in show in the comments below, you will get it automatically because we use a really cool reminding tool system, and I put the link in there with Amy. So if you guys want to get that, just type in show in the notes below. Not only will you get that, it is free, but you'll also get reminders. So every single Tuesday you get reminded to join us right here. I like it when people show up. It's way more fun. Hey, Sarah. Hey, yo. So Bilal and Sarah, hello. Feel free to share, like, comment. That's always the daily request. Also, if more people show up shortly, I'm going to do a hat giveaway. I don't know where my hat is, but I've got these really cool Coffee is for Closers hats. So if you guys are interested in a hat, you just have to do 3 things. You have to like this post, you have to share this post, and you have to put a comment below with a question that you have, and I'll answer it at the end. All right, so the perks on bringing a guest on as a video testimonial. So you might be thinking, like, what are the perks, right? Like, why is this going to help me, and how is it going to help them? So I've broken it down for you so you can see the benefits. 1, you can become more credible, right? If someone brings me on their podcast and I say something really, really great of value and their audience listens to it, not only did I help their audience out with something, but it brings up your credibility. I am already credible. I've had 20 years of real life sales experience, everything from working in a bar to selling really expensive high level tax plans to high end catering to Major League Baseball teams. I mean, I've kind of done it all. But if I get to be a guest on someone else's show, it also helps me increase credibility, which I believe is really important, especially in the online space, because there's a lot of people that talk about a lot of things they don't really know or have never had any experience in. It also increases your value. I think I've done about 10 guest podcasting interviews. Number 1, they are fun. I love doing that stuff. Number 2, it helps me build credibility. It also helps their audience out because they're getting a different point of view. And for mine, what I do is on sales-related topics for entrepreneurs, right? It also increases my value as to maybe what it is I can charge because people see me and they're like, wow, I really want to work with you. And due to that, I've actually had to turn down a lot of work. However, I came up with an idea with a friend of mine at breakfast the other day. Dara, thank you for the idea on doing some live coaching because I really do want to help you guys. However, I am limited on time. So I'm like, well, if this could help other people at the same time by doing it on a live show, then it's a win-win for everybody. Number 3, it shows that what you do works. So proof. So when I'm guesting on someone else's show, I'm sharing stories of actual things that worked. None of it is really, none of it's made up. It's all like real life experiences. Now, if you bring on a client who actually saw success, like Sarah, right? Let's say Sarah, she's starting a thing called Kick-Ass Masterminds. And let's say she has a new member and she comes in. I'm going to use she. Her name is Jenny. And let's say Jenny joins one of Sarah's masterminds. And Jenny's goal was that she wanted to increase her business revenue by $20,000 per month. Pretty hefty goal. And in 6 months, Jenny hits her goal of $20,000 a month in revenue. Sarah could bring her on a video and do an interview on Jenny's success. Okay, what does this do for Sarah? It shows that she's credible and she knows what she's talking about and that she can deliver results. What does it do for Jenny? It gets to share Jenny's services and her business with a whole new audience. Maybe Jenny sells, Jenny is a dating coach, right? Jenny teaches people how to date and how to save more time and really make your life more efficient so at nighttime you can go on a lot of dates. I'm just making stuff up right now because I don't know what Jenny does really. And, because Jenny has no time, Sarah was able not only to help Jenny grow her business by $20,000 a month, but Jenny's got all these success stories because when you grow your revenues by $20,000 a month, that means Jenny got a lot of new clients. And when she got a lot of new clients, all her clients are probably seeing some good results. It is a complete domino effect. So guesting is a really great opportunity and a win-win for all parties. And guess what? It really doesn't cost any money. All it costs is your time. For me, I love to do it. So I don't even see it as costing my time. I feel like it's like giving back to the community almost. And it helps define an elevator pitch for your clients too. And what I mean by this is when I'm doing, let's say, a guest interview on one of those podcasts, they always say, Michelle, how can we find you? What do you do? How do you help people? Well, within about 20 to 30 seconds, I need to deliver that elevator pitch so you guys understand what I do real quick to a new audience for someone that doesn't know who I am. You guys might know who I am because we hang out every single Tuesday right here. And you've popped in and saw me and then said, hey, and then maybe left, right? But really understanding how to deliver your message in a short amount of time is super important. All right, who is here? Let's see. Comments, questions, please put them below in the comment section. Again, if you would like to get reminders that we're going live, also, next week, we are going live at 3 p.m. Pacific time. I'm going to be on an airplane and getting in just in the nick of time by 2, so I will say we're going to start live at 3 o'clock. So we'll put that in the reminder for next week, 3 p.m. start time, okay? However, if you want to get the 3 steps to starting your consulting or coaching business off the right way, type in show in the notes below. I always say notes. Type in show in the comments below to get the guide. And also, stay hydrated. I've got my water. So stay hydrated. All right, we're going to move on to the perks that it gives your guests. So, what is in it for them? Remember in sales that everything we do is about the other person. The second you make it about you, that you need to make this amount of money, or you've got these bills to pay, or you've got this payroll to pay, and you have no idea how you're going to pay your rent, and then you've got all these systems in place, and they're on like monthly recurring billing, and you have no idea what's going to happen, the results that you're really looking for are going to diminish a little bit. So you want to make it all about them. So I'd like to go over what are the perks that you can give your guests. And here we go. Oops. Did I, perks? Oh, okay. I was a little bit behind on my slides. I apologize. So the perks you can give your guests. One of the biggest perks for your guests, and feel free to use and copy my words, because when you reach out to people, there's got to be something in it for them. It's very, very important. So they get new audience exposure. They get to get in front of a new audience. It depends on maybe what it is, but it could really help you get new clients. So that's a perk to your guest. asking questions that no one else has ever asked them before. My example for this is the podcast, Success Unfiltered. I ask people raw and real questions. Success Unfiltered, I really mean unfiltered. Like anything goes. You can say any words you want. You get to talk about those stories that no one ever really talks about. I actually had I went to dinner with a friend last night, Amy Selbach, and I asked her, I go, what is the most favorite podcast interview you listened to? And she told me it was Sarah Christensen, Kick-Ass Masterminds, because she got so real and raw. You know what? That made a big difference for Amy. Now, also for Sarah, she probably really liked it. And Sarah, you can confirm, since you are here, that no one else has probably asked you those types of questions before. So there's a uniqueness factor as well, because when you ask interesting questions, people go, wow, they want to give an interesting answer. And people want to hear other people's stories. I love listening to other people's stories. It's fascinating, it's inspiring, it's motivating, and you guys know I'm all about putting things into action. So if you can listen to a story and put one thing into action, you are on your way to a gold mine and helping a ton of people. So we want people to share their stories, and having a guest on as testimonials, as conversation, whatever it may be, is really, really great for sharing stories. And it gets to promote their business in a new way they've never done before. So like Sarah, Kick-Ass Masterminds is a new mastermind mid-level for entrepreneurs in the online space that want to be in a mastermind group that she's launching in January, in 4 weeks, right? So let's say you're an entrepreneur and you are listening to Success Unfiltered and you're like, you know what? Maybe this January I really do need to be in a mastermind group. I need to be around more like-minded people that are on a mission to get some goals and make things happen. Because a lot of people talk. Not too many people put a lot of stuff into action. So this was an opportunity for Sarah to promote her business to a new audience. So everyone listening to the podcast, maybe she got 1 or 2 new people in the mastermind group because of it. There's a lot of benefits to your guest. However, it's your job to make sure to let them know about it. Again, when we're selling, this guesting is a form of sales, by the way. I do it all the time. Let me go through the process of guesting and how it relates to sales so you can better understand. When I reach out to people on the podcast, it's got to show them what's in it for them. Why are they going to book 30 minutes to hang out with me on Skype and talk about no's and rejections, right? So it's got to be about them. Afterwards, I send them a thank you email. Then I send them a full-on detailed email with their show, and I make quote cards. And then I send them a hat. I send them a handwritten thank you card as a follow-up. It's literally like the same process as a sale, but I'm not asking them to buy anything. I'm asking them to donate their time. So very similar. All right. Any questions so far? Any questions? Comments? Put them in the comments. Put in the comments. Questions? Put in the comments. All right. We are moving on to the perks of being a guest. Oh, this is my favorite part. Like I mentioned a little bit earlier, I have done guesting 10 different times on other people's podcasts. So as I'm growing the Pitch Queen Royal Family audience, this has exposed me to new people, right? And a few people have trickled on over and they like what I'm talking about. So it's cool and they get to join our conversations. So what are the perks to your guest? You get new audience exposure. Very, very important. You get to share your content with more people. So for me, I am like all about the sales, right? Maybe it's being professionally annoying. I've talked about that on some other people's podcasts. And that content I know will help a lot of people, because if a lot of us just do a little bit better follow-up and not worry about, oh, well, I don't know what they're going to say. And you know what? I've emailed them like 10 times, so I don't want to bother them. Maybe I'm bugging them. All of those stories in our head are actually not true. So my mission is, how can you guys reach out, ask more, and be professionally annoying? So I love to talk about being professionally annoying on other people's shows. I love it. It's so fun. Can you tell? I love it. I sit here and talk to you guys about it. Test your workout and see where it resonates with others. I think this is an important one, because what if you've got this like grandiose idea and you think you've got the best idea on earth for a product and really no one really wants it? Has that ever happened to you? I hear a lot about these like failed product launches and all this other weirdness. And I'm just like, well, if you actually listened, right? In sales, 80% of what you want to do is listen. So if we listen to what people actually want, your results might be a little bit different. So I'm always listening and engaging with people that message me on Facebook and my email and Instagram and LinkedIn, because I want to know what resonates with others before I create a real product to help you guys that if you would like, you can buy. And you get to work on your pitch presentation. Very similar to the elevator pitch. Sorry, need water. Grab your coffee, grab your smoothies, grab your tea. Anyway, last one, perks of being a guest, you get to work on your pitch presentation. The tighter you are on that, the more concise you are, the better you can present. The more experience that we get is when your confidence starts to build up. So working on your elevator pitch and working on your pitch presentation is a perfect opportunity when you're on a guest, either being on an interview, a testimonial conversation with someone, or if you're guesting on a podcast or a Facebook Live show. So working on your pitch presentation. And lastly, I love this one. An expert gives an objective view, and he gives his own view. And I'm all about giving my own view. So the more experts, the more views you're going to have from different points of view on people, right? Let me go back to the video. Oh, I was on the video the whole time. You guys didn't even see my slides, huh? Sorry. Anyway, so I'm going to leave it with that, you guys, for today. Do we have any questions? Show? You guys want that? Okay. Well, on Instagram, I'll put the link, and you guys will get the 3 steps to starting your own consulting or coaching business. That applies to both. So I'll make sure to get that to you. We will take a screenshot so I got all your names. And next week, we are going to be here at 3 o'clock Pacific time, 3 p.m. Pacific time next week. That is December 12th. So tune in for live. I like interaction. And then the following week, I am doing our first live coaching session. We will end this show and then we will go live with Bilal is his name. And if any of you guys are interested in doing some one-on-one live coaching and you're in sales or you're an entrepreneur who's selling, you've got a high ticket offer and you want to ask me some questions, we are going to do it live right here. And I'll probably do about 1 a month to start. So it was an honor to be here with you all. It was so fun. Enjoy your day. Keep serving more people because it will help you increase your revenues. And also pop on over to the podcast if you want to take a listen. Tomorrow there's a new episode. So again, Success Unfiltered on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, and everywhere else. And I wish you all an awesome afternoon, evening, or morning, depending on where you are in the world. And I will see you all next week.